But yeah, let's get into this one. I wouldn't be surprised to see another sweep here, not going to lie. Dignitas are pretty good. That being said, they are coming off a loss this weekend in RLCS, a close loss to Reciprocity, so maybe Endpoint can catch them in slightly worse form than usual. But I think even if Dignitas aren't playing their best, they're still going to be able to beat Endpoint 4-1, probably 4-2 at the worst. I really doubt we're going to see a Game 7 in this one, but let's get into it. This is game number 1. That score is incorrect, ignore it. Endpoint versus Dignitas. Now, Dignitas are actually the team who are coming into this match from the previous lower bracket round. Endpoint have only just dipped down to the lower bracket. They were sent here by Singularity. But in their last round, Dignitas started off struggling. That's a good save by Relating Wave. But like I said, Dignitas actually started off struggling against the Loche. We had a chance to talk to them after that match and ask them what the problem was. Why did it take them so long to get going in the series? And their response was that they were sort of just sleeping at the start of the series. They were just going through the motions. They weren't really focused, and they didn't have their heads in the game from the very beginning. You know, like they did in the SRG series, where they came out the gate all guns blazing. Now let's see what Endpoint can do. Are they going to catch Dignitas sleeping? Or are Dignitas going to bring their A game from minute 1? It doesn't look like they are, because Endpoint have opened the scoring. It's Virtuoso from deep in his own half. That pass in field was just too risky. Are they going to get caught off guard trying to go for too many infield passes? They're one of the best teams in the world at making goals from that strategy, of course. But infield passes are inherently risky to do. You have to put the ball close to your opponents in order to do it. That's a great save. Dig just knocking the ball off their own goal line there. Astral looking to bring it down past multiple. He's open in the other team's half, but Yukio's missed it. Everybody kind of getting behind the ball here. Dignitas haven't established a proper rotation just yet. And Endpoint are a solid team. People are quick to forget this, but they definitely can be difficult to beat. They took Mao's Arju edition to Game 5 at the weekend. But if Endpoint are going to have a chance in a best of 7 against Dig, they need Relating Wave to be playing his absolute best in defense. He's been the man, in my opinion, who's been the solid rock at the back for this team. You need somebody like that in your lineup when you're up against Dignitas, who are no doubt going to be trying to pass the ball into the middle over and over again. That was Relating Wave again intercepting a pass, and Dignitas scrambling to deny the counter-attack. Now here's one coming the other way. Dignitas from one end of the field to the other, and Nachta was just under way too much pressure here on the goal line. He had Yukio coming at him with a bump first of all, and then Astral bumping him when he jumps up to make the save. Really nice play by Dig though. Now don't get me wrong, the Ardu edition of Mao's, which Endpoint took to Game 5, looked like a pretty good version of Mao's. But that was an overall impressive result for Endpoint in my opinion. Not the result that they wanted, they just wanted to win there. Keep their hopes of a confirmed RLCS spot for next season alive. Look at Astral, that's a really nice last touch on the ball there. Got a lot of angle change, but Yukio's taken out of the game by Nachitao. Now into the crossbar, Valiant Panda's there. He misses. Dignitas a little bit all over the place here. Astral really having to stretch out to save that, and after all is said and done, Endpoint score again. But this is really messy at the back by Dig. You saw several times here Dignitas players getting confused, facing the wrong way, not able to clear the ball safely. This is far from the best that we've seen Dignitas play in this tournament so far. Yukio into the middle, no one's there yet, but here comes Panda. He's hit the post and then double touched the ball wide. Astral, he scored the only goal for Dig so far this game. Trying to get a second one out wide to Yukio, who's run out of boost and can't reach the ball. Violent Panda back pass to Astral, on target now from Astral. We're saved by Relating Wave. Endpoint are playing well enough right now to keep Dignitas at bay. Relating Wave with another interception on an infield pass. These are huge. Dignitas are not getting many opportunities from the infield passes today. They might have to start going for more solo plays like they got earlier. Here's one for Astral. He's going all the way here. That would have been insane. Here's another infield pass getting shut down by Relating Wave. Just look at him go. Stopping every single one of them. And now Virtuoso getting in the way of one. Great play in defense by Endpoint. They're closing down all of Dignitas passing plays. Before the shot can happen, Relating Wave with a half flip out play. And he's actually passed everybody here. It's into the middle for Nachitao. And that's top corner. What a play by Relating Wave down the line. I think it was Yukio kind of just flipped past the ball, outplaying himself somewhat. He's going to need to step up if Dignitas are going to come away with a win today. Are they thinking too far ahead perhaps? It took a while to get their heads in the series for the last round against Veloce, and it looks like the same thing's going to happen here. Perhaps Dignitas are already looking on too far. They know that they're going to have to beat Sandrock if they're going to win this tournament, whether it be in the losers finals or the grand finals. They will have to go through them, but before they even get there, they've got to go through Endpoint, Espanol, maybe even Singularity. So they really need to just take this one series at a time, one game at a time, because Endpoint are proving to be quite difficult to get the ball past in this game one. Very nice interceptions on several Dignitas passing plays. And Endpoint is still looking clinical on the counter as well. Very nice game one by them. Astral unable to get a consolation goal at the end of the game. But you know, we're talking a lot about Dignitas this game and Dignitas's chances moving forward in this tournament, because a lot of people, myself included, do still think that they might be the favourites for the whole thing. They do have the ability, they've got the experience, but do they have their heads entirely in this game, in this series? Endpoint, tough competition, and they played really well in that first game. Nice recovery by Panda here. No dunk as he came in afterwards though. Nachitao, pass two. He's forcing his way through here. Now Panda down the line to Astral. He looks for a double touch off the ceiling. Virtuoso is going to come away with the ball, and that's awkward for Yukio, who has struggled in this series so far. Nachitao allowed to come in again. Dignitas do not at all look comfortable in defense right now. They have to figure out a way to get consistent pressure on Endpoint. The passes haven't been effective just yet. Maybe we'll see them elevate their own game like they did in the last round, where they were able to come back from 2 down against Veloce, really demolish them. Violent Panda to Yukio. Astral's too far forward. He has to go straight up in the air. Still finds a way to keep the ball alive. Endpoint look comfortable though. This is impressive from them. What a win this would be. Their RLCS season is over for the year, but they're still alive in TEI for now. Finally for Dig though, an infield pass hits the mark. Panda unmarked, and that's way too fast of a shot. Is there an Endpoint to have any chance to save it? Much better for Dignitas. Virtuoso launches the ball forward. He tried to spiral down onto the goalie there. Nachitao with a good interception. Astral has been the standout player for Dignitas so far. The creator of both the goals they've scored. He's still looking pretty consistent. I think all it needs at this point is for Yukio to get on the score sheet, and they'll be just fine. They'll all settle into this series. Luckily for them, they've woken up before Game 3 for once, or have they? Oh, what a save by Astral! I thought surely that was past him, but he's kept it out with an outrageous dodge. 2 minutes in, and Astral is playing brilliantly. Like I said, the creator of both goals, but What a response by Endpoint. Very easy after a player like Astral denies you an opportunity like that to just put your heads down and give up on the offensive plays. But Virtuoso and Nachitao have connected in the final third, and they have equalized not long after that brilliant play from Astral on the goal line. Astral now bumped onto the ceiling. He doesn't land well. Nachitao baits in the 50-50. Yukio's past the last man. Good read by Virtuoso. Endpoint are playing some of their best Rocket League that they've played all tournament here. They were really struggling to get the ball out of their half in the group stage. It was only their last series against Barcelona that really saved their group stage. Up until then, they did not look impressive at all. Now they're the only team who are left alive from that group, and that's another testing shot from Virtuoso. Relating Wave makes it 3-2, sorry. And Endpoint are in the lead. Nachitao into the middle. Virtuoso almost got the top corner. The Relating Wave puts it into an unstoppable position. But it's another disaster for Dignitas. You thought that maybe they'd woken up, that they started to play their game when they scored off an infield pass. But they're really struggling in defense today. Astral had a great save earlier, but apart from that, there's not been too much to say. Oh, that was close though. Violent Panda and Astral nearly linking up for what would have been one of the best goals we've seen all tournament. Yukio with a free hit on the ball. It's straight at Relating Wave though, and this is not good enough for Yukio. We know he can do better than this, and he'll know he can do better than this as well. He's really not had too many good plays to speak of so far this series. Dignitas need him playing at his best right now. They need everybody playing at their best against a very functional and difficult to beat Endpoint side. Astral quickly turns around, but he's not got much distance on his touch on the ball. Relating Wave flicks it over one. Panda's alone at the back. He will bring it down. That's on target though. Astral knocks it out into the middle. Relating Wave keeps it alive. Now Nachitao, he can't knock it down. Yukio intercepts. Astral looking to go down the left flank. It's Panda in the middle, but Relating Wave saved the near post shot. With a minute left in the game, Endpoint hang on to that 1-goal lead. Astral pops it over two. Relating Wave can't make the touch, and somehow Dignitas are back in it. It was a nice play by Astral to get the ball over two here, but you really expected Relating Wave to keep that out, even though he had no boost. I think it was savable, but he panicked. He saw Astral's shot coming and did not know what to do. Astral trying to get Dignitas out of this hole that they're in, but he needs some help. He needs somebody else to step up and make something happen here. Endpoint still very much in this game. Great control by Astral. He passes it middle to Panda. He decides to shoot from long distance. It's bounced back out to Astral. Infield to Panda again. Astral looking for the bump onto the goalie. Now Yukio on target. Astral caught the goalie as he came out. And Yukio gets on the scorecard. Finally. Look at this from Astral though. Relating Wave would have had the save. Not anymore though. Astral scored 1 goal, and he's been heavily involved in both of the other ones in this second game. Brilliant performance by him. He tries to drag Dignitas into the next round of the competition, into the money. Panda back passes. Virtuoso unable to get the ball middle. Nachitao's got Relating Wave in an infield position, but he can't find him. Relating Wave just has to keep this up if there's going to be any chance for Endpoint, but it's into the ground. Poor play at the end of the game there by Relating Wave. Just flipped underneath the ball. But wow, what a performance by Astral. He's looking scary in offense as ever. And that is the kind of performance that you need when the rest of your team are not playing as well as we're used to seeing them play. If either Panda or Yukio, especially Yukio, who's been very quiet, if either of them step up here, they're going to have, I think, way too much for Endpoint to handle. But for now, it's quite a close series. Astral 1v5 maybe, but no. For, of course, have been helping hands from both Panda and Yukio, both of them scoring in the last game. You want to see more from them. You want to see more possession from them in particular. Yukio. Denied by Virtuoso. He's going to demo Astral as well. Nice pass from Relating Wave. That's great composure by him. Just knock it down in defense. Astral's proven to be quite difficult to dispossess once again, though. Yukio. Still looking to get involved, looking to find his top gear in offense this game. Still so scary that Dignitas cannot look themselves. They can look like they're playing a very low gear and a very slow version compared to what we're used to, and they're still taking games off solid opponents. Relating Wave jumps up in the wrong direction. Astral's in the back wall. He's going to keep the ball in the corner. Relating Wave off the angled wall into the middle. Yukio closed down well. Now Panda gets involved. Still really only Astral who's been able to successfully keep the ball away from Endpoint this game. And that's a good shot by Nachitao. Saved, of course, by Astral, who's bumped out the net by Nachitao. Panda. Oh, he's found the near post well here. What a catch and flick by him. And that is exactly what Dignitas needed. They needed somebody, apart from Astral, to step up here. And Panda is the one to do it. Very nice dribbling play. Under pressure at the near post. Looked like the goalie underestimated the angle that Panda would be able to create. Now Yukio, can he also do something special? It's straight down into the middle. Endpoint are there. Very much Dignitas series to lose at this point. They've stepped up after losing quite comfortably really in game number 1 and being down in game number 2. Astral, the menace once again, causing so many players to flip past the ball with no contact. Panda trying to play as quickly as possible. Astral dunked on by Virtuoso. That was certainly risky for Astral, but he did have Panda backing him up. And Panda get a second goal. That's just off target. It's going to be wide from Nachitao anyway. Yukio coming in for the center. He goes wide on purpose and back into the middle. Great pass by Yukio. Astral unable to convert. Panda also goes wide because the goalkeeper is flying in front of him. It's a good job by Dignitas to not get dunked on here. They did have several players blocking shots and they didn't want to just shoot right into goalkeepers. You'd expect Astral to find the back of the net there. He's found Yukio in the middle. Saved by Virtuoso. A good spell of attacking play here for Dignitas. This is what we expected from them. This is what we expected to see this series. Yukio denied at the near post by Nachitao. Astral likewise, but Panda back into the middle. This is so risky to keep on going for so many infield passes. They're going to be intercepted at some point. Endpoint, no, but that's what Dignitas are going for over and over again. Panda has space. Virtuoso faked the challenge, going to pop the ball early. Quick play from Yukio. It's barred down and out though. Yukio's getting closer and closer to hitting the mark. For now, it's still 1-0 in game number 3. Good block by Yukio. Relating Wave up into the corner and again into the middle, but Dignitas, they've upped the pace. They're starting to get to the ball quicker than their opponents, and the best that Endpoint are doing at the moment. It's forcing 50-50s in the Dignitas half. Apart from that, there hasn't really been much going on for them in the offensive half. Panda easily denies the infield pass. Endpoint trying to pull a Dignitas on the team themselves. Here's a chance for Endpoint. Nachitao can only hit the ball into the corner though. Didn't have the boost to get any closer. Now Panda down the line. I mean, all Dignitas in the latter half of this game. Endpoint haven't had many good chances. Everybody on Dig really stepping up the pace here. Panda tested late in the game, but he will keep that one out. Astral with a very nice block, and now Panda air dribbles to safety. Brilliant control by him. He's looking for the dunk on the clear as well. And Astral intercepts. 2-0 Dig. And it looks like they have found their form. They found that extra gear at the end of the game. Luckily for them, they didn't wait until game 3 like they did against Veloce. They've found a way to wake up earlier, and it's important that they do this because they've had this problem in the past. Last year, last season in RLCS. They had to reverse sweep Mouse in a best of 7 in order to make the World Championship. They had to get 4 in a row against a Veloce who were leading by 2 in the last round of this tournament. Endpoint were only able to take 1 before Dignitas turned the series around. They lead. Oh, it was Barca actually, you guys are correct. It wasn't Mouse that they reverse swept, it was Barca they reverse swept last year, but point still stands. Dignitas have been slow starters in the past and again today, but they didn't take too long before figuring that out and really stepping up. You know, credit to Astral for doing most of the work in that second game to get them back in the series here. But all around performance from Dignitas really improved in that game number 3. They were just too fast, too coordinated for Endpoint to handle. Do Endpoint have any other gear to go to themselves? Obviously Dignitas have that luxury, they have that ability, and I don't know if Endpoint do. They certainly haven't shown us in the past anything too crazy. A playstyle to rely on in times of need. They're just getting demoed for fun here by Dig. Panda has his dodge, fires late, but Nachitao keeps him out. Astral, the quick recovery. Always has an extra touch, Astral, but Relating Wave follows him all the way, and that's another great interception by Relating Wave. Just like in game 1, he always has his eye on that last touch that Dignitas are trying to make. Great read to know not to go up early here. Looks like Dignitas were more surprised by Astral's last touch than Endpoint were. Catch it out. Gonna make it 2. No double by him. Still dangerous. Panda down the middle at Yukio. Fires on target, but he had to lean away from the ball to put that on net. Took a lot of power off the shot. 50-50s. Going in Endpoint's favour in the last third of the field. That's one thing that they did very well against Triple Trouble in the upper bracket of this playoff bracket. Winning a series largely because of their ability to win 50-50 challenges. More of an even battle so far in that regard against Dignitas. Endpoint with a 1-goal lead. Looking to make something special happen here. Virtuoso is flying onto that. Now Relating Wave. Yukio alone on the goal line. Keeps it out. That's good control by him. Forcing a 50 is definitely going to favour Dignitas there. Infield from Virtuoso. Panda's in the way of it. Endpoint really bringing this game forward to Dig. They're looking for a second goal. They're on the hunt for more opportunities. Although Dignitas have had answers to all the shots so far, they need to be careful. Astral, the high knock on forward. He's bumped the goalie. It's wide open, but Yukio's missed the ball. And Panda puts it in. Thank goodness for Dig that Panda was there, because Yukio did not read Relating Wave's hit here at all. Looked like he was going for a block more than anything. A Relating Wave's miss made Yukio look quite silly there. And Panda puts it into the open net. What speed though by Astral to get that attack going. He was so fast as he got into position there, and once again looking so quickly to get involved in every aerial battle. They're going to need to do that later in the tournament if they do play against SRG again. Against a team like Endpoint, being that quick in the air is always going to help as well though. You can just flat out win the race to the ball and hit the ball past everybody. Yukio, no contact as the ball comes back across him, but Astral's just going to pile drive into the ball and send it straight into the net. There's no stopping him at this range. He just came flying into position. Relating Wave with far too risky of a line of play here, just dribbling across his own goal line. Astral asserts his authority once again. Every touch that Astral's making is causing problems right now, and Yukio with a dunk of his own makes it 3-1. And this is just the power of Dignitas. They're so quick to make these challenges. I don't think Endpoint were at all ready for that one or the one before it. Dignitas are running away with the series. Can they keep this up? Are they going to have Endpoint done and dusted in 5? certainly looks like they're taking a 3-1 lead here. Panda demos Virtuoso out of the game after sending the ball past him. Astral quickly into position again. Panda into the middle towards Yukio, who's read this well, and that's the best shot we've seen from Yukio today. He attacked this one extremely early, read the ceiling bounce as well as the wall bounce, and fires it on target at 106 kilometers an hour. That's what we've been waiting for from Yukio. With Astral playing as well as he is, they haven't needed Yukio to pop off, but it's certainly a welcome sight when he does. And Astral's not going to have too sore of a back after the series after all. If Panda and Yukio can keep performing as they are, it will be a routine win from this point onwards. Dignitas definitely need that as they go into the regional playoffs in RLCS this weekend. Panda has been demoing Endpoint all over the field today. But what time to take out the third man? Right as the ball falls down on top of his head, and he can stick it in the open net. 5-1 for Dignitas. They've completely turned this game around, and it's not just Astral making plays now. All three taking turns to make stuff happen in the offensive half of the field. And in that regard, Endpoint are thoroughly outclassed. They just don't have the ability to turn one possession play into a goal, or at least take an entire team out of the game single-handedly. They need to rely on every single player playing perfectly and interchanging passes if they're going to get past a team like Dig. They've done it a few times. They've had some good moments of consistent pressure, but overall you can tell that Dig are just fancying their chances in every 1v1 that they get. Good dunk by Virtuoso, but it's cleared by Panda. And this late in the game, would it even matter? It's nothing more than a consolation goal at this point. Yukio quickly up into the air in the final third. Dignitas is trying to hold on to this goal lead now and maybe add another to their tally before they go into game 4. Astral so quick into the double touch position, he's off target with it. How do you stop him when he's playing like this? Panda with a huge mind game. Can he go all the way? No, denied by Nachitao. Astral to Yukio. Astral's got a reset on the ceiling here. Oh my goodness, that would have been something special. But even that one's got away from Astral, and it's a nice demo by Yukio to finish off the game. No consolation goal for Endpoint. Man alive though, the stuff that Astral can do on the ball is absolutely mind-blowing. There's no end to his creativity. A credit to Yukio and Panda. Huge impact plays from them in this game as well. Every single player in Dignitas making things happen, and when they all connect, when they're all able to do that, you see the result. They just dominate. There's goals flying in from all angles. That was the most one-sided game we've seen all series long. When one of Dignitas is playing well, they're good enough to take a game off Endpoint. When all of them are playing well, they're good enough to absolutely smash them. Which version of Dignitas will we see in game number 5? They want to take 4 in a row and advance to the loser semi-finals as quickly as possible. Virtuoso clears the ball away from danger. Dignitas have got so much space at the halfway line though. A lot of boost being invested by Nachitao just to reach up and grab the ball. Astral baits into, now Yukio, infield to Panda. Stopped well by Virtuoso. But really that's all that Endpoint have going for them right now is defensive stops and denials on infield passes. Apart from that, haven't been anything going. Unless they're able to turn interceptions into goals on the counter, they're not going to get a win here today. Virtuoso with another good save, but it's just that, a save, and then right back into Dignitas pressure. Nachitao to the right hand side, he's denied. Virtuoso likewise, relating wave, manages to find a teammate and almost dunks this one in on the goal line. Chance for Endpoint still is off the bar. And Yukio is flopping at this one. Off target from Nachitao. Panda will make sure to get goal side of it. And that was a bit risky for Dignitas. Endpoint still unable to hit the target though. Just not clinical enough in the final third. Astral into the middle. He's going for the ceiling shot here. Relating wave. Gonna fly after his own challenge and dunk on Panda. This is better by Endpoint. They're turning clear balls into counter-attacks, or at least pressure. Where's the goal coming from? This is the real question. Unless Dignitas make a huge blunder like they did in defense moments ago, it doesn't look like Endpoint have a way through. Panda finds Astral in the middle, and it's a great save by Relating Wave. Dignitas are getting closer and closer though. Now Yukio into the middle. Relating Wave's missed. Panda's up. He's blocked by another defender. I think it was Virtuoso that time. Endpoint are really struggling to get rid of Dignitas though. Panda lands pretty poorly with a wave dash. That's a good pass in defense by Endpoint. They're still struggling to deal with Astral and all his tricks and tools that he has at his disposal. Yukio pass 2. Thinking about a bump on a goalie there, but there was nobody in range. Astral straight up in the air, no reset yet. He's going to dunk it into the middle for Panda. That's great speed by Relating Wave though, and a chance on the counter, and that's in! Virtuoso, first on the scene after Relating Wave, gets up quick enough to intercept another Dignitas passing play. And that is the danger when Dignitas push this far up. They've been so close several times to scoring, but these passes are inherently risky. Astral denied by Relating Wave. Still a solid foundation at the back for Endpoint. Yukio on target, saved by Virtuoso. He's had plenty of good goal line saves himself this game. Panda, great read on the bounce behind him. Yukio making a run down line here. Astral and himself working the ball forward. Panda is a bit too far advanced though. Dignitas are getting pretty desperate. They really want a goal. They feel like they should have had one already this game. They need to be so careful because Endpoint have already punished them once on the counter this game. It could easily happen again, and that might be the end of the game if it does. Yukio is flying up, hoping something will materialize, but really not a lot working out for Dignitas now. And they draw Endpoint forward. Will Dignitas be able to pass the ball successfully out of defense? Panda fires from distance. Virtuoso with a save. Astral's up for the rebound. He's denied on the goal line. Yukio puts it off the corner wall. Panda is there, and he's hit the bar. And even that's deflected wide by Virtuoso. Dignitas are trying from every angle possible. And so far, Endpoint are defending bravely. Panda dispossessed by Virtuoso. You know, I said this game that Relating Wave overall has been the man all series to keep Dignitas at bay, but Virtuoso's playing a great game here. So many saves by him. There's another one. 30 seconds left. Can Dignitas come back? And they keep this streak going. They've got 3 games in a row. They want a 4th. Endpoint have played a really nice game 5. Panda whiffs his ceiling center. Yukio looked for the corner pass, but that's intercepted as well. Astral into the middle. Panda was there, but he knew there's no point in going for it. Now Endpoint are just seconds away from winning this game. Virtuoso with a big clear. Dignitas have to keep it up on 0 seconds, or it's going to be over. Yukio uncontested and up. Astral likewise. He's going to pop this down, but Virtuoso's waiting on the back wall. He's got follow-up in support. Panda keeps it up though. Still, Dignitas doing well to keep this one alive, but Astral's been denied, and it's just moments away, surely, from an Endpoint win here. No, another touch for Dignitas. It's still in the air. Surely now. No, still. It stays up, and now finally into the ground for Endpoint, but that was a bit sweaty at the end. Dignitas did a pretty good job juggling that one for as long as they did. But Endpoint come away with a win, and they're actually in with a chance here. If they can deny Dignitas for 5 minutes like this, then that's one of the most promising things that they could that they could have done this series. Not many teams can keep Dignitas at bay the way that we just saw from Endpoint. Virtuoso played a brilliant game. Several saves, and not just getting saves, but also clearing the ball as he saves it over and over again. And that just outbeats Astral to the punch. Panda 50-50 with Relating Wave. But will Dignitas change something up here? It seemed like their main strategy in the last game was to keep on passing in the final third. They've had success today with solo plays as well, though. I'd love to see a few of those if they keep having problems getting the ball past Endpoint. Relating wave forward by himself, and that's a rebound. Pretty free. Nachitao denied on the goal line by Dig, and now Dig on the breakaway. Relating wave has spawned. Can he stop Astral? Yes, he can. Great save by Relating Wave, who was under tons of pressure there. Endpoint stepping up to the challenge in a really difficult series against the Dignitas offense, which has been getting better and better throughout the series. Another save from Virtuoso. Timid shot by Astral standards, though. Endpoint just trying to hang on, looking for the opportunity to hit Dignitas on the counter. There was a chance for both teams, in fact. Yukio had the shot, but the interception was also open for Endpoint, and this is the key for them. They need to hit these interceptions on infield passes. There's one, and just like that, they're away. Endpoint score, but it all comes off an interception on an infield pass. Virtuoso pops it up, and Yukio's committed as third man here on a very dangerous ball. And in similar fashion to the last game, Endpoint have taken the lead. I don't think anyone would ever advise you to park the bus in defense against a team like Dignitas, but Endpoint are making it look like a very viable strategy. This is impressive to see them deny the best offense in the world, sometimes at least, for such a long period of time. I would say that a peak Dignitas certainly might be the best offense in the world. Second only to SRG in this tournament. Endpoint are making them look very normal right now. Yukio goes for the double. Did he have an open net there after Relating Wave missed, though? He may have done. And when he came in for the rebound, the defender was there. Half the game almost gone already, and we've got the same score as we finished the last game with. Dignitas slowed down a bit. They're puzzled. Why is their game plan not working? This works against everybody. It works against all the best teams in the world. How are Endpoint, the team who are down into the relegation tournament from RLCS, able to keep them at bay? Violent Panda, not a lot of boost, and he's easily saved by Relating Wave. Endpoint are frustrating Dignitas here. This is promising for all the teams who have to play Dignitas in recent, or in the coming weeks and months. Dignitas can be stopped, even when they're playing at their fast-paced usual selves in offense. Composure from Endpoint once again. Dignitas rarely dribbling in the latter half of this series. Does that have to change? Is this a flaw in their game plan? Are they playing straight into Endpoint's hands? This is certainly surprising, there's no doubt about that. Good speed by Relating Wave. Panda is miles out of the game here. This is a 2v3 play for the moment. Looks like Yukio has kept it in the corner for now, and Astral will help it clear. Yukio to Astral. It's open, but it's off target. Dignitas still unable to score in, I think, 9 minutes of gameplay now. Relating Wave to the backboard. Astral's going to carry it clear. Panda's up for this. He wants Yukio on the far side of the field. These passes are just too long range, though. There's such a long time window for Endpoint to make these interceptions count. And look at this. Astral's under pressure on the goal line. And Relating Wave has put it over the top of him. Nachitao just scares Astral out of position. He fell over the goalpost. And Endpoint lead by 2. We are going to Game 7 by the looks of things, in a series which many predicted to be a sweep. And the first series of today was a sweep when many predicted a Game 7. Looks like we accidentally flipped the scripts today. Gave them out to the wrong teams. And Dignitas make something happen late in the game. Astral on target but denied. What composure by Endpoint. How organized do you have to be to deny Dignitas a single goal in all this time. But they have done well. One more chance for Dig, and it goes through. They finally hit the back of the net with 11 seconds left in Game 6. The scary thing is, this was a very preventable goal as well. Endpoint players were queuing up to make a play on that ball. But Dignitas have a chance, and they will have the ball at the end of the game. They've got Astral into the air. Can they make something happen? Yukio up and uncontested. Panda with the rebound. He's not going to be challenged. It's on the goal line, but Relating Wave double touches it to safety. And Endpoint have hung on. They're sending us into Game 7 against heavy favourites Dignitas. What a series by Endpoint. This is some of the best Rocket League I've ever seen them play. They've never looked this consistent in defense. And I've never really seen anybody read Dignitas so well. Credit to Endpoint. This hasn't been a massive Dignitas flop. Certainly not at the end of this game, at the end of this series. I think maybe Game 1, Dignitas didn't play very well. But apart from that, Dignitas have actually played quite well. They've not played their best Rocket League I've ever seen from them. They've definitely played well enough to be the heavy favourites in this one. Endpoint, though, have really stepped it up. They were 3-1 down. They were on the ropes. And now they've won 2 games in a row. And they are really in with a chance to win this one. Astral going to keep the ball in the corner. Relating Wave sends it back into the danger area. Yukio. Hard clear by him. Endpoint are finding space though. They're having a lot of success getting the ball over the top of Dignitas whenever Dignitas move in to challenge. Once again, Relating Wave past one, 50-50 with the next. That's exactly what Endpoint want to do. They just want to keep on frustrating Dignitas. You can get the ball past 1 or 2 of them. It gives your teammates an opportunity to make something happen. Good defense by Virtuoso once again. Now he's going to take the ball to the halfway line. Nachitao. And a free hit. It's past Panda, but dunked on by Astral. Yukio trying to control this in the back, but Virtuoso again just puts it past him so easily, and this is dangerous for Dignitas. Nachitao with a free shot straight at the goalkeeper, but there's follow-up. Relating Wave got the bump onto Yukio. Or Nachitao, rather. But Dignitas have gotten away with it. That very easily could have been a goal for Endpoint. It was the best chance of the game. And now Astral sets up an even better one. Panda's hit the bar. And Dignitas are falling off at the end of this series. That should have been the goal to open the scoring for them. Panda had a lot of time with it, but the composure wasn't there. It's not just the underdogs who are feeling the pressure here. Dignitas, veterans off the 3v3 scene, are being made to play and fight for a series against Endpoint, who face relegation from RLCS. Relating Wave. He fancies his chances in an air dribble battle. Dignitas have had to do most of the defending this game. They had the best chance of the game, but they've not had many, and that's another goal line save by Yukio to keep Dignitas in a tie game scenario. Almost half of the game gone, and it's been really anybody's game so far. Panda has missed again. This is not a good performance in the ace match from him. Astral fires on target. It's off the bar. How many times are Dignitas going to hit the crossbar in this last game? That was a more difficult shot for Astral than the one we saw earlier, but you'd still put money on him scoring, and now Yukio's just come flopping past it. Counter-attack chance for Endpoint. Relating Waves up, and he's double touched it in. Endpoint with a huge play. Look at this double by Relating Wave. That is solid. To send the ball right into the bar and hardly change course at all. Unbelievable stuff. Meanwhile, at the other end of the field, Dignitas are missing opportunities left, right and centre. They're feeling the pressure, and they've only got now less than 2 minutes to respond. It's another crossbar. That was not going in. It was saved either way. Dignitas' accuracy is letting them down. They've had opportunities, several of them. Will they get a better one in the last minute and 40 seconds? This might even be a bigger upset than Dignitas' previous loss in the tournament. I think I'd go as far to say it is. Astral to the back post. Yukio's turned away from it. Still Dignitas piling on the pressure here, but Relating Wave reads another infield pass. Astral decides to go for the backboard, and Relating Wave's there as well. They just can't get the ball past him. Almost into the final minute. Dignitas are struggling to hit the target. Yukio's hit the wall. The ball evades him once again. Back pass by Yukio. It's intercepted by Relating Wave. Surely Nachitao. No, Yukio will dive in the way of it. Dignitas hang on. Can they get the ball down the other end of the field in the final 50 seconds? Panda's got a great chance here. Yukio is upfield, pre-flips onto it, but the pass left a lot to be desired there. Yukio had a difficult angle on it. It's just too straight at him. One more chance for Dig. Yukio is flying high at this one. He's hit the bar, and the follow-up is denied by Relating Wave. Dignitas just cannot beat the crossbar in Game 7, but they've got another opportunity. This time it's Panda. He's denied by the Endpoint defender. Endpoint are scrambling. They're trying to stay composed under pressure here. Dignitas are throwing everything at them. We're into the final 10 seconds. And Endpoint are hanging on. Panda with a knock on. Astral looking for another touch, but he's kept at bay by Nachitao. Now all Endpoint need is the ball to hit the ground. Dignitas trying to make another 0-second play happen. It's up to Yukio. He can't keep it up. And Endpoint have eliminated Dignitas from the competition. And they've done so by winning 3 games in a row. I cannot believe what we just saw. So many misses by Dig. So many crossbars. So many opportunities thrown to the sideline. And Endpoint, they take it 1-0 with a fantastic full team passing play into a double touch. That's insane. I know a lot of you guys are going to want to see those misses from Dignitas POV. I mean, I don't even know how many we saw there. We have to watch the whole game pretty much. But who had the first big opportunity? Was it Yukio? Was it Panda? We're going to go 200% here and just try and find the misplays, like figure out what on earth went wrong, because they weren't easy opportunities. I think Panda missed the first one. I think he just hit the bar on what looked like an open net. We'll see when that happened. I didn't timestamp it with a save replay button. But let's see if we can figure out what happened to Dignitas here. You know, full credit to Endpoint. They defended brilliantly, and that goal was worthy of winning any Game 7. It was a great finish by Relating Wave. But, you know, early on, that was actually Endpoint who had the best chance of the game. And then Dignitas came down the other side. And let's look at this. Okay, so this is Panda's POV on this one. Oh, absolutely. He should have scored this. There's no question. You know, they did so well. Panda actually bumped the third man out of position. But you see, he hesitated on the approach here, and he went for a double jump shot instead of just rushing it and dodging on target. That's surprising. I would usually expect him to bury that. But there were more as well. This is a game in the series that Dignitas are going to try to forget as quickly as possible. They're going to try and learn from it and then move on to bigger and better things. They've got RLCS playoffs this weekend, and they're going to need to hit the target a lot more than they did in this Game 7. I'm just watching at 200% speed here, guys, so we can find the other Dignitas opportunities. Oh yeah, this one. I mean, this is a much harder shot, but it's still something that on the regular you'd expect Dignitas to score. This kind of finish by Astral. I mean, usually he'll just bury this. It was a brilliant pass by Yukio, perfectly struck, and then Astral just hits the bar. I mean, it was almost covered by the Endpoint defender, is the scary thing, because Astral had to hit that perfectly to get past him. Oh yeah, this one as well. Oh, it looks like Yukio was actually taken away from this one. So we didn't get to see this from his POV. I think I called it as a Yukio miss, because that's what it looked like, but this might not have actually been a Yukio miss. Astral might have messed him up here by accident. Oh no, it's Panda. Wow. Oh my goodness. I mean, that's a bit unfortunate, but how does this not go in for Dignitas? I mean, Panda jumps up, and then he just falls down on the ball and outplays Yukio. Wow, I didn't even see that. That's so unfortunate for Dig. Yukio had a wide open net, absolutely wide open, and Panda accidentally outplayed him. And I mean, by this point, they're probably tilted. Then look what happens at the other end of the field. Bang. Full team passing play from Endpoint. This was really well played. Like, first of all, Nachitao, he just pops up in the middle for Virtuoso to follow up. And then relating wave with one of the best double touches we're going to see all tournament. This is actually not easy to do. He's gone for the double touch because he feels like if he goes for the direct shot, it's easier to be saved. So he just double touches it as he flies straight at the ball. That's much harder than it looks. Much harder than it looks to do at that kind of speed when you're straight at the ball. Dig is situationally too fast for their own good. I don't think so. I don't think that was the problem here. I think they felt the pressure. Well, this is, you know, the only thing I can think of is that in this last game, they just choked it a little bit. Yeah, we'll watch the last minute and 30 seconds here at 200% speed and see what else happened for Dignitas, because I know it's well, I mean, this isn't just to, you know, I'm not doing this to watch Dignitas fail. I really wanted to know, like, what went wrong in these plays. That was an Astral miss? What was? I didn't see one. What, like here or something? I didn't see it. I want to see, like, what went wrong, because, I mean, the Yukio one, it looked like he missed, but actually he just got outplayed by accident. Kind of just landed on the ball. I mean, well, is this really a miss? I don't know if it is. This is just like, it's a difficult shot. Oh, it's Panda. That's a great pass by Yukio. And yeah, Panda, he definitely has to hit the target here. Like that went bar and then down into a goalkeeper. So yeah, he should have hit the target here. That's a perfect pass by Yukio. And Panda just hits the bar. I mean, it has to go top corner there, or it has to at least go in. You have to test the goalie. No question about it. Unfortunately for Dig, they weren't able to do so. I think I've counted at least 4 really good chances that I've gotten away from them so far in this game. It wasn't their game at all. But, yeah, it looks like the pressure got to them. Looks like the pressure got to him. Look at Astral's tweet. What did he tweet? That was a good save by Yukio there. Yeah, this one will feel really painful for Dig because they did have a lot of chances, but they'll also feel quite hard done by. There was quite a lot of situations here that didn't end up working out for them. This is a good pass by Astral. Now here I think that Panda passing to Yukio probably could have done better than he did. He just kind of popped it forward. And this is a super difficult ball for Yukio to do anything with, so this pass really wasn't good enough either. So I want to do an interview. What time is it? I think I've got ahead actually. I've got to go in 5 minutes, so I won't have time. You guys you took it to game 7. You took too long, but congratulations on the win. We're going to see Endpoint versus Espanyol. It's mental, absolutely mental. That was a miss. Sorry, where? I wasn't looking. How far back? Astral missed one? Did he? Oh yeah, well this, I mean, some of them are quite difficult shots, but yeah, Dignitas definitely could have hit the target here. Again, their passing was actually really good. Panda this time, perfect pass. Yukio hits the bar, and I think the follow-up just got denied. Like, Panda was trying to get there, but he got denied by relating wave. So yeah, Yukio maybe could have scored there. Trying to leave the house. No, I've just got to go offline, off stream. And yeah, I think that was the last like real chance that they got. What was Astral's tweet? It's gone. What did Astral tweet something and then delete it? Just short interview. Sorry, I have to go. that's what happens when games go to game 7. I mean, I can't believe this. What happened? What just happened today? I honestly thought. I mean, if my predictions today were game 7 triple trouble Espanol with. I don't know. I don't even know who I was going to predict to win it. I might have even gone triple trouble 4-3 because Espanol have been on a downward spiral recently. Not even a downward spiral, just a couple of bad results. And Dignitas, I thought they were probably going to 4-1 Endpoint here, and it looked like that was going to happen. And Endpoint just won 3 games in a row. So there you go. They've done it.